it's Tanya, VSG Tanya 2011, and this is my Tuesday vlog for the Back to Basics WLS channel. Sorry, I'm trying to get y'all situated. That's sliding. Don't slide. This week's topic is a lifetime. What's the difference between a lifetime kid syndrome and a skinny kid fat adult syndrome? Is there a difference? What's our experience in our life? And I'll say that pre-surgery and losing the weight, I really didn't give much thought if there was a difference between the two. I knew my situation, and that was all I really thought about. And I didn't know a lot of heavy people. I think I've said before that most of my friends were all thin or like average, you know. So I only knew my experience. But from being active in the community for the past several years, you know, I've got to meet a lot of people and listen to a lot of experiences, people, you know, posting their videos on YouTube. And I definitely think there's a difference between a lifetime fat and gain weight in adult fat. And this is just my opinion. I'm not a scientist, so don't tell me that I'm scientifically wrong. But I find from the people that I watch and my experience that being a lifetime fat kid, we have some kind of sensitivity to carbohydrates, and we really have to eat a lot less. I think people who became heavy as an adult, they can lose the weight while incorporating, you know, carbohydrates and, you know, even healthy carbohydrates. I don't always tolerate very well, and I know a lot of people don't. And I have to believe that it has something to do with either our genetics or how developing those fat cells as a kid stuck with us. I don't know. I don't know the science behind it. I just know that that seems to be the experience that I've witnessed. I think there's also, you know, besides the scientific part of it, like what we can and can't tolerate and the differences between us that way, there's definitely an emotional difference because, and I'm not saying one is worse or better than the other, but, you know, I look back at pictures from when I was a little kid, and I won't say that I was a really fat kid. I was always taller than all the other kids. I developed before all the other girls. I was always bigger than the other girls in my class. But when I look back at pictures, I really wasn't fat. But I heard I was fat all the time. So I kind of grew into that, and I did enjoy food. I can't deny that. And grew up with good food. My grandma lived with us, and she cooked for us every day, and I live in New Orleans, so that doesn't help. There's a whole bag of emotional things that come with growing up heavy and having that low self-esteem about that. That, you know, you grow to not trust people. You can kind of see people's true colors in a lot of ways when you see certain people getting attention and you're not, and you know what motivates that. It kind of makes you hard to the world around you. And I don't think that anybody, if you didn't grow up that way, it's hard to explain it to somebody who never experienced it, how it deeply affects you as a person and your character development. Now, I can imagine that if I would have grown up thin and I would have had all the attention that I wanted and developed the self-esteem and the life skills that come with having an average sized body, and then I got heavy as an adult, I could see where that would be emotionally wrecking too, because you've tasted it. You know what it's like to be average and then have it taken away from you. So I can imagine that would be extremely difficult to deal with. And you'd have your own emotional issues that come with that. It just wouldn't be something that was maybe ingrained in you. But, you know, I think Phil and I have talked about this before, and because TJ has said that, you know, because Phil and I are kind of like in the lifetime fat category, and TJ is, you know, and he got heavy as an adult. You know, like he feels like he is back to being himself again, where we feel like this is like the fairy tale that we're waiting for the other shoe to fall, that it's going to be swept away from us. So I think there's still a deep-seated lack of confidence in the long-term success, you know. because it's always been taken away from us every other time we've tried to lose weight before. It's always come back plus some. So why would this time be any different? And I don't know how many years you have to get under your belt before you don't feel that way anymore. But we've been conditioned since we were kids. I know I went on my first diet when I was 13, just to gain it all back. And so I think that's emotionally wrecking. It's hard to shake that fear of gaining it all back again, because you know it can happen, because it's happened over and over and over again. So where I think somebody who was a lifetime, just became heavy as an adult, they can lose it and they'll feel confident that they'll keep it off because they have kept it off. They had it with no weight before, with no extra weight. And so what they experience now is like coming home, I guess. So I don't want to speak for anybody because I don't know. I don't know what that feels like. But I definitely think there's a difference. I think there's a difference chemically in our bodies and how we process foods and carbs. And I think there's a difference emotionally. Yeah. So I'm interested to hear what everybody has to say about this. I've always thought this was a really interesting topic. So I'll just be interested to see if somebody doesn't agree and wants to set me straight. So bye guys, y'all have an excellent week, and I'll see you next week for another vlog.